Hello everybody, Coach Alex here, and this is your place for movement, sport and fun. So we're going to have another yoga session today, so first things first, grab your yoga mat and roll it out. If you haven't got a yoga mat, find a nice soft bit of grass or a nice soft bit on the carpet, just make sure you're not on the hard floor. Also, make sure you've got some water handy, so we need to hydrate midway through, particularly with the weather getting a little bit warmer. We're going to have a sip to start. Today we're going to be doing lots of stretching, particularly with our hips and our legs, so opening out our whole lower chain. So we're going to start off at one end of our mat. We're just going to hang forward, so I'm keeping my legs nice and straight. I'm letting my arms hang, trying not to bend my knees, and just letting the weight of my arms and the weight of my torso, the weight of my upper body, start to straighten out my legs and have a good stretch on my hamstrings. And then from here, I'm just going to walk my hands out, come up onto my tiptoes, and walk back up. So take your time, nice and slowly, and try and keep those legs as straight as you can when you're walking up. If there's a slight bend in your knees, that's fine, but really try and keep them as straight as you can. Out to plank position, out to push-up position, and back to the start. Last one. We're going to stay out in our plank. When we get to here, we're just going to drop down onto our elbows and hold this one for 20 seconds if we can. So keeping our legs engaged, not letting our tummies drop down to the floor, keeping those bottoms nice and high in the air. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up onto our hands. I'm going to step right through with one foot and then take this hand away, twist up to the ceiling or up to the sky, and just have a little bounce in this position just to get my hips nice and warm. And swap feet, big step up and twist. And switch again. And swap. And then from here, I'm just going to drop that back knee down, come up onto my foot and my knee, and just lean forwards. Keeping my back nice and straight, pushing my hips forwards. We should feel a big stretch along here. We're also working on a little bit of balance and stability in this position. If you need to rest your hand on your knee, you can. And if you want to play about with staying nice and balanced and stable, use your arms to help you. And then swap sides, other knee, other foot. Pushing those hips nice and forwards. And again, if you want to try and balance, use a little bit of core stability to help you. And we're going to swap sides again. This time, I'm twisting past. I'm reaching my right hand past my left knee and just turning as far to look behind me as I can. Still pushing forwards with my hips. And swap sides. This time, left hand to right knee and turn and look behind me as far as I can. Okay, keeping that knee where it is, pushing this leg straight. So I can even stretch that leg a little bit further forwards, start to sit into it, stretch out my hamstrings. And swap sides. And from here, I'm going to pop one leg behind me and one leg out straight. I'm just going to stretch up to the ceiling and down to the side. So you can see my ankle is out to the side, just close in to the side of me here. I'm not sitting on it. And then swap legs, pop this leg up, stretch it out straight, bring this leg in, and out to the side. Now my hip should start to be a little bit looser. I'm going to come up, one foot to the corner of my mat, and the other foot as far back as I can. And if you want to, you can try to balance, but if you need to, you can use your hands in that front split there. And all we're going to do to turn around, I'm going to walk my hands round to the middle and drop down to the other side. And again, if you want to, you can try to balance. And if you need to, use your fingers to help you stay stable. And stand up. Give yourself a little shake. We're going to have a quick break to have some water. Make sure you always got some water with you. And I'm going to stand in my straddle pose. So from here, I'm just walking my feet as wide as I can without wobbling. If I go too wide, I don't want my knees to start buckling inwards. I'm going to keep my legs nice and straight. And then from here, I'm just going to turn to one side and turn to the other side. And that's going to make sure I've got my balance whilst I'm still up here with my arms. That means I can stay balanced and touch my right hand to my left foot, and my left hand to my right foot. So go nice and slowly with this one. We'll try and stay nice and stable. Good stuff. Bringing my hands down to the center, going as wide as I can whilst keeping my legs still straight. And I'm just going to rock forwards and backwards, really open up those hips inside. And if you want to, if you can bring your forearms down to the floor. One or two of you may be able to bring your head to the floor as well. For me, I'm going to stay on my forearms here and just sink into that stretch. I'm going to walk my hands forwards and back. I'm going to go a little bit behind me here. Not so much that I wobble and fall over. And forwards and back. And slowly walk your feet back to the middle and back to that position that we started in. And you should find that you can get much lower down with straighter legs than you could at the start. And then from from here, all we're going to do is we're going to sit down, bring the soles of our feet together, holding on, clasping our hands around, and then into that nice butterfly stretch where we're flapping our butterfly wings. And you can use your hands and rock from side to side, so I'm pressing down with my arms, getting as far down as I can. You might be able to get them all the way down to the floor. Try and get them as low as you can. And we'll finish with crossed legs, our hands by our hearts, with our secret yoga code word, Namaste. Thanks for joining us, my friends. We'll see you again soon.